The coffee is black. The robot is very, very feisty. And I'd like to welcome you to the Monday, July 28th edition of Modeling Blog Daily, where Bill just kind of rants. And today I'm going to rant on the Erector 6.5 Erector set. I don't know if you realize it or not, but I love my Erector sets, and I have probably close to 200 sets stacked to the ceiling all over the place here at my house. I went on a binge buying old junky Erectors a while back. It was my intent to refurbish them. Well, in the process of studying about Erectors, I had to have parts lists and things like that. So I found a guide called the Greenberg Guide to Gilbert's Erector Sets in 2 volumes. The first volume covers the period 1913 through 1932, and it has some spectacular older models. The newer volume, and there's only 2 volumes in the set. It's 1933 through 1962. And keep in mind, that's my period. I graduated from high school in '65. So in any case, I bought these. By the way, you can't find them anywhere. They've been out of print for years. And when I was fortunate enough to get these, it cost me an arm and a leg. But they have these fabulous parts lists where you can inventory the sets. So if I was going to, I haven't done any, but if I was going to refurbish them and resell them, then I could get them to spec. And everything would, I'd be able to confidently say that it's to spec, and that's what it is. Well, this actually is the set that I had as a child. It's a 6.5. It was made in 1956. It was the first metal set of its kind in the 6.5 flavor. Before that, they used a cardboard, and that's exactly the set that I got. And that put me, by the way, at 56, at 8 or 9 years old when I had that set. They came out with the set the next year in 1957. They rekitted that set, and you see the case. It's rekitted in the modified case, and that's what I have here. I was trying to go through the Erector sets that I owned in the stacks that would be useful for me to build from right away. And this one here is actually in spectacular. There's no rust. It's almost brand new, quite frankly. I don't think it's ever been used. Well, maybe it's been used once. The motor, everything smells new. So I basically decided that I was going to try to put together an Erector set that I could use to build my models. But this is the one that I had as a child, but it's exactly the same kit in a different case. This is the manual that I had as a child. I mean, the exact manual. Erector, what they did is they came up with at the time up through I think 11.5. I don't know why they had the halves, but they have a 6.5, a 7.5, an 8.5, a 9.5. They didn't have a 9.5, a 10.5, and 11.5. And each of the models will build more and more and more. And like that giant power plant right there is built with a 10.5. I didn't have the 10.5. I wish I did. By the way, I'm putting together 2 other kits to build from. One is an 8.5 that's going to be in pristine shape for building. I wanted to get something that when I put it together, it's not all rusty. And the other one is going to be a good 10.5. So you'll see me be peppering my videos with the Erector sets every once in a while. Matter of fact, what's got me to talking about the Erector, yesterday I mentioned that I'm building a monorail. and I'm going to be building it right out of this idea from the rocket launcher Erector 6, which I have, and I'm going to build this out of the 6.5. This is a wonderful. You'll see me then today build this one here, and then tomorrow I'll build the same monorail in Lego with a record and play motor right there. Then you'll see me building it again, the same model in Lego with all of the smarts and the motor and the battery and everything on the trolley. So it's going to be a good project, a good creative project. By the way, I have all the current sets through 62, and I got all the new sets too, but I like the older ones better. And I have some, but not all of the older sets from 1913 on. In fact, I have that set in museum quality, no less. I have some older sets. I think I have that one. They come in these old wooden cases, and I picked up some of them that are of museum quality. They build these wonderful old looking models. So you'll see me, as time marches on, I'll be sprinkling my videos and Bill's creation with some of these older models right out of the past that you basically can't find anywhere else at all. I don't have the dredgeable set. I want to show you something about these older sets that is so unique. See, now here's an old one. The earliest set, by the way, that I have personally is from 1914, and Erector started building the sets in 1913. So that's quite a long time ago, guys. You can see the early sets have very, very large beams, and they built peculiar models, strikingly old-fashioned looking. And so I'll be, over time, I'll be building all the older models for your enjoyment. And most of the older sets that I have, by the way, are in the wooden cases. And I do have some of the older models with the motors as well. No, I don't have anything like that with the trays. Most of the models I have are just in standard wooden cases. Anyhow, look forward to me building from the 6.5 later this week. Have yourself a great Monday, guys. Bill in Red and a very, very feisty robot say sayonara, friend. Sayonara.